Hello everyone, happy weekend. I hope you had a great week. So we just ended the first week of the month for the month of November, right? So we give thanks to the Lord for the week, for His blessings, His protections, and His provisions for our lives and our families. So without further ado, let's hop right into the video and see what news events affected price for the week and what we'll be expecting for the new week as well. So Monday we have news for USD on Monday. Tuesday there was no news. So this is for the week prior to the new week, right? So for Wednesday we have news on USD. Then we have a lot of news on pound on Thursday. So Thursday was the main day for the whole days of the week for pound news. So the currency with the most news for the week was pound, and Friday there was no news. Now what are we expecting for the second week of the month, for the month of November? Monday we have no news. Tuesday there's news on USD and Euro. Bank holidays on Tuesday. So Tuesday there's bank holidays and there's news on pound. So Wednesday there's no news. Then Thursday we're supposed to have CPI, but as you can see with the US government shutdown and everything, so this data will be delayed. CPI and PPI, as you can see, tentative. Tentative simply means because due to the US government shutdown, so these news events will be delayed, right? So that's about that for the news events for the week. So let's hop right into the charts and see how these news events played out in the pound, right, and dollar as well. So this is the daily time frame for the dollar. So this is how the dollar has been doing for the week, for the month before we roll over into the new month. So the dollar has been bullish the month of October, right? So with November opening, we'll see the dollar showing signs of bearishness, right? So dollar takes out this high and reacts from this daily fair value gap from up here. Let me slide this so you see. You can see how this candle hits the fair value gap, then closes inside, right? Then we see Thursday trades lower and Friday trades lower. So the month opens up with Monday. So this is Tuesday, this Wednesday making the high of the week. Then we see Thursday expands and Friday expands lower. So for the new week, what am I expecting? I want to see how this fair value gap will play. So there's a fair value gap right here. When price hit this fair value gap at first, what do we see? We see price spending how many days in the fair value gap? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 whole days the dollar was held up in this fair value gap. Then we'll see lower prices before a continuation. So this kind of retracement is what I'll be expecting inside this fair value gap. I'm going to see continuation. I want to see this fair value gap hold, but if not, I want to see this fair value gap being used as resistance to go lower. Maybe we'll take out all these lows and maybe we'll reach this fair value gap down here. So for the new week, I'll be watching this fair value gap as my point of interest for the dollar. So that's about that for the dollar. Let's hop right into another currency and see how they did for the week. So this is pound USD. Pound USD. Let me make this looking much better. What indicators do I have up here? Okay, let's okay. Alright, so this is pound USD. So this is GBP USD, and this D here stands for daily. So this is the daily time frame for pound USD. Excuse me. So the pound has been bearish. Why? The dollar has been bullish. The pound has been bearish from the month of October, right? So we see lower prices on pound. Do I have to extend this fair value gap? think so. Okay, that's better. So this is pound USD daily time frame for pound, and we open up November with a huge bearish candle, a huge sell-off on pound, right? So there's this fair value gap right here. There's a fair value gap right here in the daily time frame, and we see how pound traded into the fair value gap on Tuesday. Wednesday we found support. Thursday we see higher prices. Friday we see higher prices, right? So remember how pound has taken out these lows, these equal lows, this low, right? So we see aggressively taking out these lows on Tuesday, see lower price on Tuesday. Wednesday we found resist support at this daily fair value gap. That was the expansion and expansion. So due to the dollar being going lower, right? So we see higher prices on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday on pound. So if the dollar will want to continue going lower, I want to see pound stretch into this fair. I want to see pound stretch into this fair value gap, right? So if this fair value gap will hold, I want to see lower prices on pound, continuation of these whole lower prices on pound, right? But if this fair value gap will fail, I want to see maybe pound will want to take out these equal highs, or we fill in the next fair value gap, right? So that's about that for pound, and this is what happened to pound for the week. We see Monday opens up, then Tuesday lower, Wednesday higher, Thursday higher, and Friday we close the week. So for the new week, I'll be watching what dollar will do in its points of interest before I will know what pound will do for the week. Our next currency should be euro, right? Okay, this is euro USD. So with pound dipped into daily fair value gap, I'll see a reaction from it. So same thing with euro. We see euro trade aggressively into this daily fair value gap. Then we see a reaction from it. We see Monday open, Tuesday trades lower, Wednesday found support at this fair value gap. Then we see Thursday trades higher, and Friday trades higher. So as you can see, this leg lower, right? Let's switch to GU and see. Let's see what GU has. So this is pound USD, right? Pound USD with the run down, there's a fair value gap right here that I'm watching if price wants to reaching into this fair value gap, right? Now on euro there is no fair value gap. We just see him run down directly. So if the pound, if dollar will want to continue lower, I want to see euro create maybe a new fair value gap, or maybe this one will be used. We see Monday might trade lower into this fair value gap before we go higher. Excuse me. Or maybe we'll see Monday trade higher, and Tuesday will form the fair value gap. Then Wednesday will trade into the fair value gap. Then Thursday will trade higher. Friday trade higher. So that's another type of scenario that might play out next week. But with the whole US government shutdown, expectations are low and markets might do what it wants to do. So that's about that for Euro USD. So Euro USD from the first half of the week was bearish, and from the second half of the week was bullish. So that's about that for the euro. And gold. So gold is still stuck in a range. Gold was not really doing nothing for the week. So we see gold open up and trade into this old fair value gap that price has found resistance. Price found support right here, right? So we see the same thing going on right here. We see support, gold be having support right here, right? So we see Tuesday trade lower, Wednesday trades higher, Thursday we just see Thursday was indecisive, then Friday we trade higher. So I'm watching if gold will want to use this fair value gap as support to go higher. I want to see this one being reached. If not, if this fair value gap is used as resistance to go lower, I want to see all these lows being taken out, right? So for the time being, gold is stuck in a range. So that's about that on gold. And what you talk Bitcoin, yes. So we all know how Bitcoin has been crashing for a while now, right? So this is Bitcoin, and we see how Bitcoin was kind of stuck in a range as well for the first week of the month of November. So we see Bitcoin open up with Monday with small range candle. Monday we see Tuesday aggressively trades lower. So there's a monthly fair value gap that I'm watching. So this is Wednesday, this is Thursday, and this is Friday. So this is the old daily fair value gap. This is where the fair value gap is coming from. So there's a fair value gap right here that price dipped in, uses as support to go higher. So here we're seeing how Bitcoin is struggling to close above this fair value gap. We hit the fair value gap, we trade lower on Thursday. Friday tries to go lower but could not. Then we'll see a rejection up. So I want to see how this fair value gap will affect price for the new week. So if I'm bouncing off of this fair value gap for the new week, there's a gap right here. This candle's low and this candle's high. So if Bitcoin is bouncing off from this fair value gap, I want to see maybe this gap might be filled or used as either resistance or support. So I'm watching this fair value gap as well. So if Bitcoin wants to use this as support to go higher, then we'll see. If not, then we'll see lower prices on Bitcoin. So that's about that on Bitcoin, and thank you for your time. If you're able to stay to the end of the video, I think my last video did really low on views, so please help me like, share, and have a good weekend and have a good rest of the month.